Hey guys, welcome. We are back. We are back with another tutorial, man. So this week, guys, this video that I'm about to do is inspired by a guy called Zoran. Zoran is a local filmmaker from Kimberley, South Africa. So he reached out to me and asked me whether I can do a speed ramping tutorial because he is currently, still learning editing, especially in Adobe Premiere. So what I've decided is to show you guys how to do speed ramping in Adobe Premiere as well as DaVinci Resolve. But I'm going to start off with Adobe Premiere. So are you ready? Let's go. All right, guys. So here we are in Adobe Premiere, and this is a clip. And I'm sure you guys have noticed by now I use a lot of clips that I've shot myself. This is a music video that I shot of an artist from Priska in the Northern Cape Province, South Africa. Alright, so this is a short clip. I'm just gonna play it and you guys can see obviously it plays back normal speed, right? And it goes into that clip. So I'm not gonna use a long clip, it's just those two scenes that I'm gonna use. So what we wanna do is obviously first there's two ways you can basically get the speed ramping effect. The first one is if you just right click on the clip itself and then you go down to show clip keyframes and you can select time frame and then speed, right? And then the second one is if you look at the clip itself, you will see there's FX, which is obviously for effects. You can right click on that and it will show you motion, opacity, time remapping and speed. So this is the one that we want to select, time remapping and speed. Alright, so I'm going to click on that. Alright, so I'm just going to enlarge this clip a little bit. Alright, so now you have to identify which parts of your clip that you want to either slow it down or do you want to make it faster or whatever the case may be. But now be very cautious, guys, and I think I've mentioned this in previous videos. If you're using a clip to slow it down, make sure that if you're going to slow it down that you actually shot the clip in a higher frame rate, like in 50 or 60 or 100 or 120 upwards. Because I mean, obviously, if you're going to just use like maybe 24 frames per second or 25 frames, you're going to slow it down. Obviously, it's going to have some defects on your clip. Alright, so this clip unfortunately was not shot in a higher frame rate. This was shot in 25 frames per second. Alright, but so I am going to slow it down a little bit, but I think I'm not going to go down too much, but I'll show you exactly. So I'm just going to play up to the point where I think I want to. Alright, so just where that scene comes in, right? And then what you guys, if remember now you selected time remapping and speed. So obviously this line here in the middle, this is now your speed line. So if you move it up or down, it's gonna have an effect on the speed of your entire clip. But now obviously you want to create keyframes, right? So how do you create keyframes? If you just want a certain portion of the clip to do a slow-mo effect or a speed, if you want to speed it up, how do you create those keyframes? So what you do is you press in Control, right? And then you can just click with your mouse and then you'll see there's like a keyframe that's selected or that's made actually, sorry. And now let's say I want to go back a little bit. So let's say this part I want to speed up, right? So I'm going with my cursor a little bit backwards and then I'm going to create another I'm going to create another keyframe. I'm sorry. So once again, it's Control and click with your mouse. Right. So now you can see, let me just do that for you guys and enlarge that. So then this portion now, we want to speed up, right? So now what you do is on this line here, you just raise it up. And I would say let's go all the way to maybe 500. 500 should give you a nice effect. Alright, 500. So now if I play it back, let's see what it does. Let's go back a little bit. Alright, so that's very quick. Can't really see the effect. So now what you can do is drag it out a little bit. Alright, so now you just click on one of these and now you can just drag it out, right? And then this side also, just click on it and drag it out. You can see it opens up like in 2 separate keyframes or whatever. And now if I play it back, let's see what the effect does. It looks okay, but I would say I would like to speed it up a little bit more. So now I'm just gonna drag it up a little bit more. Let's go to I think, yeah, 640 maybe. And then maybe I'm just gonna drag this out a little bit more, drag this point out a little bit more, bring it in a little bit. And now let's play back one more time. Nice, I like that. All right, so that's how you basically do if you want to speed it up. So now you can do it vice versa. You can slow it down, but I'll show you guys maybe an example, but I just want to show you guys quickly, because now remember, now this is very abrupt, you know, kind of we need it to be very smooth, more smooth. So how do you get the smoothness? You have to actually now, you know, bend kind of these curves. So you just click on one of these things and you'll see these handles pops up. And now you can just move those handles a little bit. And then you can see it has a nice curve to it. And then on this side, click on that. Change the handle a bit. And now you can see it's got a nice curve effect. So now if I play it back, it's going to play back smoother. Alright, let's just go. Remember now this footage is not rendered out. Nice. Alright. So now the other thing you can do is maybe at the beginning of the clip, let's say maybe, remember it plays normal speed. So let's say just before this, you want it to go like in slow motion a little bit, and then it goes into the speed, you know, the ramping up, and then it goes back to normal speed. So now I'm going to create another keyframe over here. Remember, it's control, click with your mouse. All right. And then I'm going to create one over here as well. Okay. So now I want this part to just go slow motion, and then it speeds up, and then it goes back to normal speed again. So remember what I said. This was shot in 25 frames per second. So I'm not going to slow it down too much. I think I'm going to take it down to at least 75%. 75%, I think that'll do. So now maybe I can just move this out a little bit. All right. And then what I want to do is, let's just do this. All right, so let's play it back and let's see what it does. All right, let's start from the beginning. So it's going to play normal speed, go slow, speed up into the next clip. Let me show you guys again. Playing normal speed, slowing down, speed up into the next clip. As simple as that, guys. So you can play around with it. Like I said, you can slow it down, you can speed it up, whatever the case may be, but just be careful. Like I said, I would advise that you rather, if you want to slow it down, if you want to have a more nicer slow motion effect, then make sure you use or you shoot your footage in a higher frame rate. So that's how you do it in Adobe Premiere, guys. All right, so I'm going to move over to DaVinci Resolve and show you guys exactly how it's done in DaVinci Resolve. Let's go. Alright, so now we're in DaVinci Resolve and I'm using the exact same clip, guys. So I'm going to play it for you quickly. You can see it's going to play back normal speed. Right. We haven't changed anything. Alright. So let me just switch windows quickly so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, so this is a clip. Right. So how it works in DaVinci Resolve, you have to click on the clip, right click, and then you go to your retime controls. That's the one you have to select. So retime controls, and you'll see immediately what it does to the clip. Right. Alright, so now we're gonna move to the part that we wanna, I would say the same part as the one in Adobe Premiere. So now if I wanna make a selection over here, what you then do is you select this arrow, right? Click on it, and you're gonna add a speed point, right? And there's your speed point. So now I'm gonna just move my cursor over to this side a bit, and so now in between this part I wanna now maybe speed up, or I wanna slow it down, whatever the case may be. So now I'm gonna make another speed point over here. So I just click on that arrow, add speed point. Alright, so there we have it. Okay, so now what we want to do is click on this arrow, because remember you selected this is the part that you want to speed up or slow down. So in the middle you'll see there's an arrow, you click on that one, and then you can change your speed. I would say let's go to 800%. Right, so immediately you can see it shortens the clip. Okay, so now I'm just gonna expand this a little bit. So now this middle part is then basically sped up to 800%. So I'm gonna play it back so you guys can see exactly what it looks like. Alright, so you can see if I play it back. Alright, but it doesn't look that nice to me. So now what I want to do is, if you want to maybe just extend the part that you want to speed up, what you can do is, now I would suggest you select the bottom part of this speed point and not the top part, because if you select the top part you will see it's gonna affect the whole clip, and the whole clip will then, you know, look at that, you understand? So that's what we want. All right, so if you select the bottom part, and now you can drag it out, and then you can see this stays unchanged. All right, so I'm just gonna move it out a little bit more. So now if we play it back, nice. That looks a bit nicer. What do you guys think? That looks super nice to me. Okay. Alright, so now maybe the spot over here we would like to, there's a section that we want to slow down. So now I'm just gonna create another speed point over here. Add speed point. So now this section I want to slow down. This one is gonna speed up, and then we go back into the normal footage. Right, so I select my arrow over there, change my speed, and now I'm just gonna do 75% like I said. Can't really do more, otherwise we're gonna see some flames. Alright, so now this part, as you can see, is slowed down, and then this part is sped up. Alright, so let's play it back and we see what it looks like. There it goes slow, that's sped, and it goes to the next scene. Slow, sped up, next scene. Let's just play it again. You guys can see normal speed, slow, sped up, into the next one. Nice, that looks super nice to me. Alright, now, but like I said, the same as what we've done in Adobe Premiere. You want to change the curves a little bit, you know, so you know it looks more smooth. So now how do you do it in DaVinci Resolve? Alright, so what you'll do now is right click on the clip, and now you select retime curve. Click on it, and then this will pop up. Alright, so now obviously we don't want to retime the frame, we want to retime the speed. So you click on that and then you select retime speed, right? Alright, so let's do it like that. Okay, so now we're here. So now we want this to be more, smoother maybe. Then what you do is select that, click on this point, select, and then you'll see that this pops up. So now you can just drag it out, and then you can see once you drag it out, you'll see a nice curve to the whole effect. And then the other side we want to do the same, so now we just click on this point, and then we just drag it out a little bit. So now it's got a nice smooth kind of a curve, right? So now if I play it back, it looks nicer to me, nice and smooth. So I mean obviously you can do as many let's just do this, take this out of the way, as many speed points in your footage. I mean, wherever you feel you need something to change, maybe you want to slow it down or you want to speed it up, whatever the case may be. So that's how you do it in DaVinci Resolve, guys. So I mean obviously you can play around with it and try different clips, whatever the case may be. If you want somebody to have a nice transition into a next scene like you see now, I mean obviously it works nice. So yeah, that's how you do speed ramping in Adobe Premiere as well as DaVinci Resolve. So once again, I hope you guys have learned something. Please go and try this, guys. Take any footage, whether you can download footage from the internet, whether you can use your camera. I mean obviously it builds more confidence, and obviously it's practice at the same time. Shoot anything. If you have a camera that can maybe shoot higher frame rates, I'm sure most of the cameras do. If whether it's now 720p or whether it's 1080p, it doesn't really matter. I'm sure there must be an option to shoot at least 50 or 60 frames per second, or even 100 or 120 frames per second. So take that footage, put it in your software, whether it's DaVinci Resolve or Adobe Premiere, and play around with it. Now that you guys know exactly, you can use this video as a reference. Go back and then just check how you should do it, and then put it into practice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, guys. I've got a surprise for you guys. I'll be dropping 2 more videos. One tomorrow, which is Thursday, and another one on Friday. So I'm not gonna reveal what those videos are about. You're gonna have to, obviously, like I said, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and make sure you gives us a thumbs up, and then you guys will obviously be notified whenever those videos go live. So please stay tuned for those videos, guys. Some very, very insightful tutorials that can really assist you a lot in your video editing or filmmaking career. Once again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow and Friday. I'm out. Peace.